Hey guys, Brandon Nichols here. I'm sure you guys all know me as the Hardcore Kid and Headbanger142 on YouTube, and I'd like to say thank you to all my fans who still watch my show after about 2 years, and I'm glad that there are people who actually enjoy watching my videos. I honestly didn't think I was going to become as quasi-famous as I am now. But I do appreciate people who actually like watching my work and watching my reviews or my Robot Wars videos or whatever. So it's an honor, pretty much. Today I just want to do a video log because this month I'm actually part of a reviewing series or a reviewing website called Reviewers Unknown. It's the link is reviewersunknown.com. I'll just post it down here. Basically, it's a website which is like that guy with the glasses, but not as rip-offish. Yeah, and it's basically like that guy with the glasses, except it contains reviewers who are in a more positive. They take a more positive approach to reviewing. Like, I review movies that are good or bad, cartoon hero reviews, animated movies that are good or bad, Isaac232, and then you have the fanfic critic and the fanfiction critic who do their critiques of fanfics online. You've got the Film Renegato, who does Spanish-style films, I believe. I have seen a few of his videos, but not a whole lot, and I've seen his Beverly Hills Chihuahua one, and I think it was Nacho Libre. Did he review Nacho Libre? I'm pretty sure he did. And also Detroit Mechworks, who, I think he's like one of the older guys on the site, but he's really funny, and I do enjoy watching his videos. He's got a great sense of humor. And, it's November now? Yes, it is November, and it's actually, the site is celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the site, pretty much. And everybody else on the site is doing their own video logs, and me being a very big person on the site decided to make one of my own. Now, with that all out of the way, I just wanted to give like a little history of the Hardcore Kid, because I know a lot of people have been asking, how did you get into reviewing? Why do you review animation? Why do you put Thomas clips in your videos? Yeah, it all started, I think, in 2008 when I started watching the Nostalgia Critic. I was still in my, I just started my senior year in high school. And I was starting to get into filmmaking more. I wanted to be like an actor or a filmmaker or work with film editing. And I was watching Nostalgia Critic's reviews for a while, and speaking of which, in February 2010 I actually met him and got a chance to get his autograph. And by the way, that was what was in the Jingle All the Way case, him and Rob, so yeah, funny, really nice guy. So I watched his video, I've been watching his videos ever since. I do think he is growing kind of stale, because, you know, I think there's only so much you can do after a couple of years. But I do think he does have a lot of good videos. I'm really happy, and I think after the first year anniversary of his site, then I got introduced to all those other critics like Linkara. Benzai was the first one I actually got to see. Then Linkara, Mars Girl, Film Brain, and Spoonie, and a couple others. And after I watched all these reviewers basically running around and going crazy over movies and video games, I got to thinking, I could do something like this. I think I can, this looks like something that might be in my field of work, or something I could get interested in. So, in June of 2009, I started a reviewing series called Hardcore Hits, which basically I'm just like a teenager who's into animation and reviews like cartoons and stuff. I did an episode of VeggieTales, Rock and Roll High School, Adventures of Mark Twain, Drop Dead Fred, and the list goes on. Really though, I hate my 2009 videos. I absolutely hate them. I hate the quality, it looks terrible. My voice, I sound bored out of my mind. Editing, editing is all crap. My jokes weren't funny. Oh, what else? And also, inability to do research. Especially my Secret of NIMH review, which I hadn't seen the movie in so long, and it just completely blanked out of me. Secret of Nymph? I don't know. Yeah, my 2009 videos I'm not happy with. I think the only one I like is my Freddy as FR07 one. The rest are just forgettable. 2010, I think I was starting to get a bit into the groove. Like the first video that I started that gave me a bit of limelight, I think, was the Smegged Up Video Gamers list. That's where basically when I did riffs on bad video gamers like Irate Gamer. No, it actually isn't Sizzler07. That was just the person who mirrored it. Vib113, Navigator, and of course Invalid Nickname, who actually has returned with another shitty review of Mario 64, which I don't know. You'll probably look it up somewhere, and you'll probably do commentaries and whatnot on it. But the guy's just a damn troll. But yeah, a lot of people liked that video, and then I did a few other reviews after that. I did Kids Next Door Operation Zero, Cats Don't Dance, which again I'm not all that happy with. The Wild, again, same thing. I had trouble trying to find footage, so a lot of it was really choppy, and I couldn't get all my jokes out. But then, yeah, there's a few gems out there. Like, my Smegged Up YouTube Failures list, that's my most popular one. I'm extremely happy with that. And Oliver and Company, which, again, is pretty good. And speaking of which, there actually was a person who managed to find all those Billy Joel songs in the movie that I mentioned, and I'd like to congratulate him for it. Extremely Goofy Movie, which I got a mention on Awesome... no, not Awesome Blogs of the Week. Best of Blogs on Critic TV. Yeah, and that was pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of my 2010 videos were kind of hit and miss. There's some I'm happy with, some I'm not. It was around this time that I was using Pinnacle 13, and editing was starting to go a lot smoother until eventually it crashed on me, and now I'm stuck with Movie Maker again. Yeah, but still, it's really all worth it. Doing these reviews, I want to get better at them. Like, I try to get my jokes, try to come up with funnier jokes, find better running gags, more crisper quality, and basically just a much more balanced review. I mean, I'm honestly trying my best to make them as short as possible. I know there are some people who complain about the length, but I really just like going into detail with a lot of these reviews, so I'm sorry if it gets up to 30 minutes, but it's just something I like to do. I like riffing on these movies. And that's why when 2011 came along, it was right around this time where the film internet reviewing world was really starting to go through a really big slump. I know there were a lot of critics who were getting bashed by trolls. I got bashed by one once, and that wasn't very pretty. Oh, what else was there? Oh yeah, I made another even more Smegged Up YouTube Failures list, which I'm happy with, and as much as a lot of film reviewers were getting thrown at, just put an end to the internet reviewing world, or they were just leaving, or they couldn't handle the pressure anymore. At one point, I didn't want to do it anymore. It was just frustrating and a bit, I don't know, just time-consuming in a way, because since I do have a life, I do have a job, and I do go to college, so it's kind of hard trying to mix everything you do in real life with stuff on the internet, so that's why I don't upload as many, or don't create as many reviews as I used to. But I do have to say, since I've been doing reviews for 2 years, I think now in 2011 how do you call it? I've gotten a much better I kind of found my niche in a way. Is that how you would call it? Because really, a lot of my videos in 2009 and 2010, there were a lot that were just. But all my 2011 videos, I really can't find one that's bad. I mean, I'm pretty much happy with all of them. I like my YouTube Failures list. I like my Feladay review I did with Huey Toonmore. I like the Coraline review I did with Waymo. I did Magic Voyage. I did my Robot Wars reviews, which some people didn't like, but you know what, I'm happy with them. And then there was Acid Eaters Month, which I got huge response from. I got an Awesome Blog of the Week mention on Transmission Awesome podcast, which I'm really happy with. And yeah, I really think 2011 has been a somewhat good year for me, although I have had a few deaths in my family, and again, it's been very off-putting for a while. And when my cousin passed away when I was filming Acid Eaters Month, it was just, I was kind of left in a funk for a bit, and that's why I think my Teen Titans review came out a bit too early, my Wizards review came out a bit too late. I was just a little flustered in a way. But I am happy with all my videos that have come out, and I'm extremely proud to be part of the Reviewers Unknown website, which is actually the third website I've been a part of. I've also been accepted by NerdityFap, which I don't even think is around anymore. Nerd Remix, created by this guy, Derek Huey. He's a really nice guy, really funny. And now I'm on Reviewers Unknown. I get to work with a lot of really talented, very interesting people like Cartoon Hero, Eli Stone, Isaac232, Ozzy Arcane, Blockbuster Chick, and quite a number of other people. And I'm very happy to be doing what I'm doing, because really I do have a lot of trouble communicating with people, and sometimes I'm not exactly sure what to say, or sometimes I'm not interested with what people like to talk about and whatnot. But when I'm talking with all these reviewers online, I can relate to the stuff that they're talking about. I know I make a lot of mistakes sometimes, and sometimes it's just a bit, and people correct me, and I'm happy that they correct me. It's just sometimes I do tend to make mistakes, and sometimes I stutter a bit, and sometimes there's just jokes that still don't work. But I think when the projects are all done with, and you get them onto Blip and you show them to everyone, and you get comments from them criticizing or complimenting them, it feels rewarding in a way. And I'm happy with what I'm doing. I'm glad that I have gotten a bit of internet fame, and I'm very happy to be a part of the site, and that's pretty much it. So here's to 1 year of being a part of ReviewersUnknown.com. I'd like to thank Ozzy Arcane for letting me be a part of the website. He was very nice. He really said he was a big fan of my work, and all the other people on the site that I mentioned. And here's to another year of being a part of Reviewers Unknown. Thanks a lot, Ozzy. Thanks a lot, fans. I'll catch you later.